As we enter our 70s and beyond, many of us are told to keep moving, stay active, and never slow down. The common advice is to keep our bodies in motion to prevent age-related decline and maintain health. But what if I told you that perhaps the key to a truly fulfilling life at this stage isn't about moving more, but moving less? What if the secret to living a peaceful, joyful life lies not in racing against time, but in embracing it, slowing down, and finding deeper meaning in each moment? In this video, we're going to explore how you can experience more harmony and contentment by practicing 3 simple yet powerful principles. These practices are rooted in ancient Buddhist teachings and offer a fresh perspective on aging. They remind us that life in our 70s and beyond can be a time for reflection, gratitude, and peace, not just endless activity. Stay with me, because these 3 steps might just be the key to a life of greater joy and inner calm. And if you find them helpful, don't forget to share this video with others who might benefit from this message. 1. Slowing down, a path to inner peace. As we age, we are often told that staying active is essential to our well-being. The common advice is to keep moving, exercise regularly, and stay engaged to ward off decline. However, what if the key to a fulfilling life in our 70s and beyond is not about moving more, but moving less? Slowing down is not a sign of weakness or inability. Rather, it is a mindful choice that allows us to live in harmony with ourselves. In our younger years, we were taught that productivity and action were the cornerstones of success. But as we enter our later years, we begin to realize that rest, reflection, and mindfulness are just as important, if not more so, than constant activity. Slowing down offers a chance to reconnect with the present moment, to savor the experiences and emotions we often overlook when we're rushing from one task to the next. When we allow ourselves the space to rest, we honor both our bodies and our minds, achieving balance and peace in a fast-paced world. Take George, for example. At 72, George had spent most of his life caught up in the whirlwind of work, family obligations, and constant movement. He had a successful career, raised children, and always believed that staying busy was the key to happiness. But as he entered his 70s, George started to feel physically worn out and mentally drained. He found himself constantly anxious, struggling with sleepless nights, and unable to enjoy the things he used to love. One afternoon, after a long walk, George sat down on a bench at the park and watched the people around him. There was an elderly man sitting quietly on another bench, smiling contentedly, as if he knew something George didn't. Curiosity led George to approach the man, and they struck up a conversation. The elderly man shared that, like George, he had spent his younger years chasing after achievements. But as he grew older, he realized that the most meaningful moments of life were found in stillness, reflection, and rest. Inspired by this conversation, George decided to make a change. He didn't stop being active. He still enjoyed walks and light exercise, but he learned to slow down in other areas of his life. He began setting aside quiet moments each day, like enjoying a cup of tea in silence or sitting in the garden, simply appreciating the beauty around him. By taking the time to rest and reflect, George found a sense of inner peace he had been missing for years. Slowing down isn't about stopping entirely. It's about giving ourselves permission to be present, to savor the moment, and to embrace rest without guilt. When we choose to slow down, we create space for peace, joy, and fulfillment in our lives, no matter our age. 2. Finding joy in the simple moments. As we grow older, it's easy to get caught up in the mindset that happiness depends on big accomplishments or material success. We often believe that to feel truly fulfilled, we need more time, more health, more money. However, Buddhist teachings remind us that true joy doesn't come from external circumstances or grand achievements. Instead, it's found in the small, everyday moments that we often overlook. These seemingly insignificant moments, like the warmth of a cup of tea, the serenity of a morning walk, or a quiet conversation with a loved one, hold the power to transform our lives if we learn to appreciate them fully. When we slow down and give ourselves permission to notice the simple pleasures, we shift our focus from what's missing to what we already have. Instead of chasing after elusive goals, we begin to see that happiness is already present in the here and now. It's in the feel of the sun on our face, the scent of flowers blooming in the garden, or the sound of laughter shared with a friend. These moments, though small, are rich with beauty and joy, waiting to be experienced with mindfulness. Take, for example, Helen, a retired schoolteacher in her late 70s. For years, Helen was busy taking care of everyone around her, her children, her students, her community. She always felt that she had to keep busy, that happiness was something she had to achieve through her actions. But as she grew older, she began to feel increasingly tired, and her sense of joy seemed to fade. She found herself stuck in a routine that no longer brought her happiness. One afternoon, as Helen sat in her living room with a cup of chamomile tea, she decided to change her approach. Rather than thinking about all the things she should be doing, she decided to fully immerse herself in the experience of drinking her tea. She noticed the warmth of the cup in her hands, the calming aroma of the herbs, and the gentle feeling of the liquid as it flowed over her tongue. She took a moment to pause and savor it, appreciating the simple act of nourishment and stillness. It was a small shift, but it made a huge difference. Helen realized that these tiny moments, like enjoying a warm drink, taking a quiet walk, or chatting with her neighbor, were the things that brought her true contentment. In that shift of focus, she found that her happiness didn't depend on doing more, but on being present with what was already around her. Buddhism teaches us to live in the present, to appreciate the richness of each moment as it is. When we stop waiting for the next big event or accomplishment, we open ourselves up to the joy that is already available to us. Whether it's a quiet morning walk where the world feels still and peaceful, or a simple conversation with a loved one, these moments are full of life, beauty, and connection. By learning to appreciate the small things, we can cultivate a deep sense of happiness and fulfillment, no matter our age. 3. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is often seen as a simple, polite gesture, a thank you here and there, a recognition of the good in our lives. But in the deeper sense, gratitude is a transformative practice that can reshape our entire outlook on life. It is more than a response to external gifts. It is a way of seeing the world, a lens that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. By practicing gratitude daily, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends the fleeting challenges and difficulties of life. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is viewed not only as a virtue, but as a powerful tool for spiritual growth. It connects us to the present moment, helping us realize that every moment is an opportunity for appreciation. By acknowledging the abundance already present in our lives, we begin to break free from the cycle of longing for more possessions, more success, more recognition, and instead embrace the peace of simply being content with what is. Consider Bill, a retired firefighter in his 70s. For much of his life, Bill was focused on the next goal, the next achievement. He worked long hours, faced challenges head-on, and often felt that the next big thing would bring him happiness. However, after retiring, he noticed that his mind was often preoccupied with what was missing. He felt a sense of emptiness, as though there was always something just out of reach. One evening, Bill's daughter suggested that he start a gratitude practice. She encouraged him to reflect on 3 things he was thankful for each day, no matter how small. Bill decided to give it a try. At first, it felt a bit forced. He found himself writing down things like good weather or a nice meal. But over time, something began to shift. As he continued this practice, Bill noticed that his focus started to change. He stopped worrying about what he didn't have and began to truly appreciate the gifts already present in his life. His health, the support of his family, the quiet moments he spent in nature. Gratitude grounded Bill in the present moment. It allowed him to see the beauty in everyday things, even those he had once taken for granted. As he reflected on the things he was grateful for, his anxiety about the future began to fade, replaced by a deep sense of peace and satisfaction. Gratitude, in a sense, became a bridge between Bill and the world around him, fostering a deeper connection with others and with himself. Buddhism teaches that gratitude isn't just about recognizing the big blessings like a successful career or good health. It's about honoring the small, everyday blessings that are often overlooked. Each act of gratitude, no matter how simple, nourishes the spirit and creates space for more joy. In practicing gratitude, we are reminded that happiness isn't something we need to chase. It is something we can cultivate from within, simply by acknowledging what we already have. In the later years of life, when many of us start to reflect on the past and worry about the future, gratitude offers a powerful antidote to feelings of regret or anxiety. It helps us find peace by focusing on what is present, allowing us to appreciate the richness of our lives as they are. By making gratitude a daily practice, we unlock a sense of inner peace that transcends external circumstances and connects us to the deeper, more fulfilling aspects of life. 4. Living a peaceful, fulfilling life in your 70s and beyond. Entering your 70s and beyond can be a time of reflection, growth, and transformation. As the pace of life naturally slows down, we often find ourselves at a crossroads, grappling with the question of how to live a fulfilling life as we age. The good news is that this period can be an opportunity to embrace peace, contentment, and true joy. By slowing down, appreciating the simple moments, and cultivating a daily practice of gratitude, we can experience a life that is rich, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling, regardless of age. The first step toward living more peacefully is to embrace the power of slowing down. As we age, our bodies naturally need more rest, and the constant hustle of life can become overwhelming. Yet slowing down isn't about stopping. It's about being intentional with how we move through each day. When we choose to take our time, savoring the simple moments instead of rushing from task to task, we create space for mindfulness and inner peace. Whether it's enjoying a quiet morning, sipping a cup of tea, or simply sitting and watching the world around us, these moments of stillness allow us to reconnect with ourselves and find tranquility in the present moment. Next, by focusing on the small joys in life, we shift our perspective from what we may have lost to what is still abundantly available to us. Simple pleasures, like a warm cup of coffee, the sound of birds singing, or a heartfelt conversation with a loved one, hold immense power when we learn to truly appreciate them. These moments are easy to overlook in the rush of daily life, but when we pause to savor them, we realize that happiness is not found in grand accomplishments or material success. It is found in the present, in the richness of life as it is right now. Buddhist teachings remind us that joy is always present. It simply requires us to open our hearts and minds to the small, beautiful experiences of each day. Finally, gratitude ties everything together. It transforms our perspective, shifting our focus from what's missing to what is already here. Practicing gratitude daily helps us acknowledge the abundance in our lives, whether it's the support of loved ones, good health, or the simple beauty of nature. As we cultivate gratitude, we begin to notice the blessings in every moment, even in the most ordinary of experiences. This practice helps to quiet the mind, ease anxiety, and foster a deep sense of contentment. When we are grateful for the present, we free ourselves from the constant need to strive for more, allowing us to fully enjoy what we already have. By combining these 3 practices, slowing down, finding joy in simple moments, and practicing gratitude, we can create a life that is peaceful, fulfilling, and deeply satisfying. As you move through your 70s and beyond, remember that every moment holds value. Embrace the opportunity to live more fully in the present, trusting that the most meaningful moments of life are often the simplest ones. In doing so, you can cultivate a profound sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment that will enrich every year ahead. Embrace the present. Live with peace. As you embrace the later years of life, remember that peace and fulfillment are not destinations, they are ways of being in the present. By slowing down, savoring the simple moments, and cultivating a daily practice of gratitude, you already hold the keys to living a deeply satisfying and joyful life. These practices are timeless, rooted in wisdom that transcends age and circumstance, reminding us that happiness is found in the here and now. No matter how old you are, you have everything you need to live a life filled with peace and contentment. It's not about achieving more or doing more, it's about being fully present and appreciating the richness of every moment. So take a deep breath, slow down, and start practicing gratitude today. You'll be amazed at how much joy and peace can emerge from the simplest of moments. If you found this message helpful, share it with someone you care about. Let them know that no matter the challenges life may bring, they can always find peace within themselves. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living a fulfilling life. Every day is a gift. Embrace it fully